Lots of people have been wondering, where is Premier Kenney? Well, he reappeared, sort of, yesterday after being absent for 3 weeks. He did a Facebook Live session choosing which questions to answer, and he said he's back at work in his office. With me from the Alberta Legislature is Global Edmonton's Tom Vernon. Tom, all of this is happening during a federal election campaign. Could this disappointment with Jason Kenney affect support for the federal Conservatives?
Well, Donnie, you hear on the radio commercials linking Premier Jason Kenney with Conservative leader Erin O'Toole. The opposition obviously think that they can make hay with that. I spoke with one Conservative candidate who says about door knocking, he hears disappointment, anger towards Premier Jason Kenney, and it is impacting support. He has to turn that conversation back to, well, how do you feel about Justin Trudeau? And let's take care of that in Ottawa. Interestingly enough, during his Facebook Live last night with Albertans, Premier Kenney said he did not want to insert himself into the federal election campaign. This coming from someone widely regarded as one of the best campaigning Conservatives in the country.
And Tom, in the last federal election, the Liberals lost the 2 seats they held here in Edmonton. What's your sense of the political climate now and the chance of winning those back?
Well, they hope that the anger against Premier Jason Kenney will lead to gains here in Edmonton. The 2 seats that they lost last time around, they believe they have a very strong chance in winning those ones back. Edmonton Centre is one of them. They have a long history of victories in that seat. Anne McClellan won it a number of times in very close elections. Now, it's not just the Liberals who think they can make gains here, but the NDP do as well. They hold the only non-Conservative seat in this province, in Edmonton Strathcona. They think they can win another one. Jagmeet Singh actually campaigned here in the first week of the campaign, something he did not do last time around.
All right, and back to Premier Kenney. What's your intel on his strategy? Why lay low as COVID cases climb instead of showing leadership and being front and center?
Yeah, the Premier is in a very difficult position here. At the end of June, when he was announcing his reopening plan, he all but declared the pandemic over in Alberta due to vaccination rates climbing. He said when he opens the economy, it's not just open for summer, it is open for good. Now the cases are rising, and he's facing a tough decision to make. He had a COVID cabinet committee meeting yesterday. They're meeting again today. Sources say that was very divided on which way to go. He also has a strong element in his caucus that is very opposed to any form of COVID-19 restrictions and has been for much of the pandemic. So he has to manage his leadership, he has to manage the rising cases, and he has to do so in light of what he said in June. And also he was on vacation for 2 weeks. At a time, nurses were being told they would have to cancel their vacation to deal with these rising cases. Donna?
All right. Tom Vernon at the Alberta Legislature, thanks.